February brought some real LGBTQ+ ally strength when Beyoncé told a heartwarming story about her gay uncle. Equally important was where she told the story. The most watched stories of the year, number 6 of 23. Uncle Jonny, the inspiration behind Beyoncé's Grammy-winning album, Renaissance.
I dedicate this award to my Uncle Jonny, the most fabulous gay man I've ever known and I ever knew, who helped raise me and my sister. He lived his truth, and he was brave and unapologetic during a time when this country wasn't as accepting. And witnessing his battle with HIV was one of the most painful experiences I've ever lived. I'm hopeful that his struggle served to open pathways for other young people to live more freely. LGBTQI rights are human rights. I just want to say to you, Jay, that I'm so proud of you for making incredible strides towards changing stigmas in the hip-hop community. It's a privilege to watch you take those steps and to stand right next to you. I love you, and we're super grateful and honored. Thank y'all.
Beyoncé's Uncle Jonny was a major part of the singer's Renaissance album, and when the record won the Best Dance and Electronic Album Award at the 2023 Grammys, it marked a historic occasion for the singer and the award show. She became the person to have won the most Grammy Awards of all time, and she made sure to thank her late gay uncle in her acceptance speech. Beyoncé's latest album, Renaissance, is certainly a star-studded project featuring such talents as Grace Jones, rapper Beam, Tems, and of course, guest vocalist Big Freedia. But amid all the publicity, there's a newly announced major inspiration behind the album, and it comes in the form of Jonny, who died of complications from HIV. While Beyoncé and her sister Solange Knowles called him Uncle Jonny, he wasn't actually their uncle. He was their mother, Tina Knowles' nephew. Whether he was technically B's uncle or not, he clearly had a major influence on the Lemonade singer, and he was more than an extended family member. While accepting a 2019 Vanguard Award from GLAAD, Beyoncé said that it was Uncle Jonny who made her prom dress, contributed behind the scenes to Destiny's Child, and was a major influence on her and her sister Solange. The singer also spoke about Jonny in a 2006 interview, detailing his impact on her life. I'm a Beyonce fan, currently trying to get tickets to the concert, so that's a sad state of affairs. But I mean, in the album, she said, Uncle Jonny made my dress, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and I think it's just so special when children are able to see the abundance that we can have as humans in how we dress, who we love, how we behave, and all of that, and model that for larger culture, right? And it also makes me reflect on Bad Bunny's speech. He said, when you do things with love and passion, like that's what matters. That's what makes it big. That's what makes it huge. That's what will last for generations, is doing things with love and passion. And to me, that is very, very clear. How much love and passion she had for her Uncle Jonny, and how that has also contributed to her thanking the queer community in her speech, and doing music that is for the culture, and bringing on these queer influences on her album for all of us to take part in.
Yeah. I think it's so powerful, and I'm always really touched when people honor their ancestors, honor the people that impacted their lives, and especially Uncle Jonny being a gay man and him standing in his truth back in those days when it was really hard to do so. But he probably didn't realize how much he impacted her. And
I hope he did, though.
Well,
I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too, but sometimes we touch people in ways that just transcend, and they go deep. And if he did know, he probably didn't know that she'd be standing
right. He didn't see her success that way.
Exactly. 2023.
The all-time winner.
Most awarded.
And sang his name.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's how we live on.
Yeah.
That's how our loved ones live on through us.
You know, it's an interesting contrast to our repetitive conversation about the culture war embracements for power, money, winning elections. You can't criticize Beyonce on the level of her commitment to this person in her life, because she's been doing it for 20 years.
This is
consistently.
Right.
And that's exactly when you said the words, Raji, of ancestors. That's exactly what that's what I was thinking. Is because we see this now with Renaissance and like but she has always paid homage and celebrated the ancestors, her ancestors, in a number of different intersections. Right, like she has always been that when she says these words, we believe her because she's always shown us that. Her embrace of queer folks, of trans folks, of people of all shades has always been, right, at the center of her music, of her art, and
Big Freedia.
Is Big Freedia. I mean, and this is not
her that platform.
It's powerful, and we all believe her because she's shown us that, right, for a long time.
Yeah, I, like you, Jasmine, was sitting there watching the Grammys and thought, after she said that, I thought, take all my money. Right. I'll pay whatever it is, because I have to support this woman because she supports our community and putting herself front at center of the queer community by saying it at the Grammys. Again, we've been talking about all these award shows. Again, it seemed like it was the most LGBTQ Grammys we've ever seen. And Beyonce, the most awarded
and the
artist.
50th anniversary celebration of hip hop, that segment wasn't so bad either.
Yes.
If I could disagree with both of you, however, mine is respect. It is not love. I am a boomer generational gay, which means the queen is Madonna. It's not Beyonce. So my observation is just slightly different, which is respect for Beyonce. I'm melancholy, to be honest with you, today about Beyonce. I watched that, and I agree with you. It was not only was the show unbelievably incredible for an award show, especially. But for our community, it was just unbelievable, the embracement and love in the room when we're watching what we're watching in these tiny state houses around the country. And then we're watching what's happening there at the Grammys. Beyonce's speech, I said last night, we did full reporting last night at Queer News Tonight on the Grammys, basically saying, oh my gosh, this was so gay, in a very positive way. And I made the note that I said, in the 21st century, if we collect 20 sound bites on LGBTQ community, a very good argument could be made that Beyonce's award will be one of the 20 verbal moments of the queer community, because he basically says, without saying her name, my goodness, this is historic. The entire room instantly knew Beyonce's done it. She's won the most, it may never be touched. There's a possibility, like Brady in Super Bowl wins, that this could never be touched. The entire room begins to break out in applause at that moment. And she realizes, wait, I've done this. She's only 41 years old, first off. And when she comes up, my point last night in the news was, wait, she didn't talk about the record label. She didn't talk about business. She didn't talk about money. She didn't talk about songs. She talked about family. My family, my family, my family. And let me talk about my uncle for a moment and remind everybody about Johnny. So all she's done is talk about family in the most important moment in Grammy history. And then says, and I would like to thank the queer community for all of their support, and they invented this category. The respect to our community is beyond. And I said that. Here's the history of this moment. You were in the 21st century. Here's one of the 20 sound bites of LGBT of the 21st century. Today, I am creamed in many circles. And the reason I'm creamed in many circles, I have to criticize our community, because she went to Dubai and opened that hotel and got paid $24 million. And because Dubai is Dubai, based on LGBT, et cetera, and so on, she doesn't support the LGBTQ community and got creamed today. And she's getting creamed. There are major LGBT publications that are just smashing her today.
After the speech?
Yes.
Wow.
Of
what are they saying? What are they insinuating?
It's absolutely, she shouldn't have gone to Dubai, and they come back to it. Well, first off, in fact, I'm not even going to get into analyzing that. My only point is, we tend to want it all the time.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the 20 great sound bites of the 21st century, and it's not enough for us.
Not enough.
I'm just saying, I'm melancholy over it, and this comes from a gay baby boomer that says Madonna is God, not Beyonce, but still mad respect for what she did for our community.
Well,
mad respect.
Well, and it gives me solace because with what's going on politically, and then to see people like her giving our community praise. So that's, like your point earlier, Al, you were saying that the majority of Americans support us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.